Hello and welcome to the Visionary Leaders webinar, where you're going to learn why metabolic health is key to living longer and living better. My name is Arin Fugate. I'm one of the founding members of the Visionary Leaders Collective. I've been using essential oils almost my whole life, but I've been with doTERRA using their essential oils and supplements for over 14 years. In this presentation, I'm going to share a little bit about my story, but before I do, I want to introduce my co-hosts. So I am joined by Aisha Harley. There's Aisha. She's in Portland, Oregon. She is a presidential diamond with doTERRA. She's a retired award-winning photographer, and she has been using the doTERRA essential oils and supplements for over 10 years. I hope she shares some of it, but she has an incredible story with her journey recovering from Lyme disease and how she used these oils and these supplements to help her. And then I've got Dr. Josie Schmidt. Hi, Josie. She is in Portland, Oregon as well. She's a blue diamond with doTERRA, a naturopathic physician with over 10 years experience with the essential oils, and she really is our supplement expert. So tonight she is going to be talking to us about foundational wellness and really going into our lifelong vitality pack so that you can set yourself up for all the great success that people are having with the new products from doTERRA. Let's dive in. So this is a question that I have asked myself way before doTERRA, and I'm curious if it's something you think about. Do you want to live younger, longer, and look and feel even better? You'll notice that I didn't say, do you want to live longer first? Sometimes we think that, right? We think about longevity. We want to live a long time. But I am 45 years old. I have 2 kids under the age of 5, and I don't want to be in my 80s if I can't move. I don't want to be in my 40s or my 50s if I wake up and I'm all like cranky and my joints hurt. And I really believe that I can reverse age. I've seen it. I started with doTERRA when I was in my early 30s. I had totally abused my body. I was dealing with lots of weird health issues. And when I look back at pictures 14 years ago, I look older than I do now. I was definitely way less vibrant. I had way less energy and less vitality. So I know using essential oils and using doTERRA supplements, I've been able to reverse age. But I'm not done. Like I said, have these 2 little kids, and I want to run and play and dance with them. I want to be a grandma one day. And when I'm a grandma, I want to be able to pick up my grandkids. I want to travel the world with them. And my goal is to look and feel better than I do in my 40s, when I'm in my 50s, and just continue that trend off into my golden years. And I'm just curious if anybody else feels the same way. Put it in the chat if you want to live younger, longer, and look and feel even better than you do today. However, I do a lot for my body, and I'm sure you do. I eat well, I exercise, I have a positive mindset. And even with all of that, the last couple of years have been stressful. Anybody else feel the same? So this is what's happened in my life. I had a second child, so I have a 2-year-old. Yes, that means that she's a pandemic baby. I was 42 years old when I got pregnant with my second child. A wildfire almost burnt down our whole town, and there's been a worldwide pandemic. So I have undergone, and I know many of you have as well, high levels of stress. I've stopped exercising like I used to. My sleep is horrible. I'm already dealing with nutrition deficiencies, which we'll learn about in this webinar, but I definitely started kind of not eating that well because of all the stress. And then exposure to toxins, yes, I mean, the wildfire, tons of toxins, but what's been going on in our world lately, that could also be classified as a toxin. All of this is getting in my way and probably your way for that goal of living better longer. And what it's costing me is basically everything. I'm in physical pain. I'm emotionally all over the place. My mental health is not doing well. And I don't really know how to socialize anymore. And all of this is compounding and making it worse. So as I've begun to hear about this new product launch from doTERRA and the results that people are having in short 90 days, 30 days, I'm getting really excited. And that's hope. It gives me chills thinking about it, because you know what hope does? Hope makes me get out of bed in the morning and exercise. It makes me eat better, makes me drink my water, use my supplements, take my essential oils, and I can feel myself getting ready for this powerful transformation. So I am so excited to be here with you tonight, learning all this great information. And I want to hand it over to Aisha Harley, because she is going to talk to us about something very, very important. Take it away, Aisha.
Thank you so much, Arin. It is such a pleasure to be with all of you tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. So on this slide, you will see our doTERRA Wellness Pyramid, which represents important building blocks to living a healthy life. And I'm going to read through them. So you're going to see nutrition and digestion on the bottom, followed by movement and metabolism on top of that. Then we have rest and manage stress and reduce toxicity. And then you got informed self-care and proactive medical care. So today we're going to focus on the first two foundational layers of the wellness pyramid at the base. So that being nutrition and digestion. And then the second layer being movement and metabolism. And Dr. Josie is going to do a deeper dive really in how important these base layers are. And as you move through the wellness pyramid, you're going to learn how these foundational principles build on top of one another. So think of the wellness pyramid like Jenga blocks. Has anyone ever played Jenga blocks? Put a little yes in the chat if you have. Because if you remove nutrition as your foundation, the rest of the wellness pyramid is going to topple, because nutrition impacts every aspect of our health. And ultimately, our lifestyle choices are the foundation for our wellness. So doTERRA has created an easy to follow wellness path that we all follow and love and have had miraculous results from. And today we're here to guide you through that. So you can go ahead and go to the next slide. Arin, do you want a moment to try to fix the presentation? Right now we're seeing your notes.
I was just informed that you could see notes.
Yeah, I didn't want to disturb you while you were presenting, but it would be great. We can actually see the whole thing. So just if you go into the present mode, there, that's much better. Perfect. And then go ahead and go to the next slide. Thank you. Perfect. So according to the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, where just over 55,000 people aged 20 plus years were polled, only 6.8 have optimal cardiometabolic health. That is so low. So you may be asking, what is that? What is cardiometabolic health even mean? Put a yes in the comment if that's you. And again, there's no shame in that. That's why we are here to share with you. So cardiometabolic health literally affects everything. It affects your energy, your digestion, your sleep, your mood, and your aging process. It also means the majority of us Americans are not that healthy and are carrying a bit much too possibly pandemic body weight, or have unhealthy blood glucose levels, or unhealthy blood lipid levels, or your blood pressure may be out of range, and or you may have suffered or are struggling with heart issues. So again, if you can relate to any of this, drop a yes in the comments. These sort of health issues will literally affect almost every single person you know, your loved ones, your family members, your children, your grandparents, your parents, your friends. Like, this really is a huge issue. So Arin, please go ahead and go to the next slide. Perfect. So we all know that good nutrition is a primary factor in good health. And on the other hand, we all know that poor nutrition is a key factor in causing challenged metabolic health. What you eat has a major impact on your overall health status. However, sadly, again, I think many of us know this, the standard American diet is based on convenience, which we can all certainly appreciate, right? Because we live these stressful lives. However, it is also full of highly processed food that lacks vital nutrients. And what this means is most of us are not likely to reach the recommended daily requirements for most of our key vitamins and minerals. So I have to admit that the stress of the pandemic, as Arin was saying, I recently went through a divorce, has had a really negative impact on my daily nutrition. I've always been really picky about what I eat and really conscious, and I hate to admit that at the moment I have a frozen pizza in my freezer. So no shame, right? I mean, it just happens, but my diet has gotten a lot sloppier than I would like to admit. So this just happens as we navigate through the stress of life. So go ahead and go to the next slide. So this chart shows that the number of American adults who aren't reaching their daily nutritional requirements for specific vitamins and minerals. So again, as a society, we have become nutrient deficient. It has become all too common for most of us to be deficient in important vitamins such as D, E, magnesium, vitamin A, calcium, vitamin C, just to name a few. And this alone is weighing really negatively on our overall health. Next slide. So did you know, this actually was shocking when I found this out. We have been breeding the nutrition out of our food for some 10,000 years, not just 100 or so years, but 10,000 years. This began when we stopped foraging for wild plants and we became farmers. Today's healthy foods are different from the historic diets our genes are programmed for. So for thousands of years, agricultural breeding has always focused on an improved yield and taste rather than the micronutrients and nutrition, because did you know that those micronutrients actually have a less desired taste? So they've been working on breeding them out of our food. So the wild apples you see here on the left of the screen actually have 100 times more phytonutrients and more vitamin C than the shiny apples you can buy in the grocery store today. And this is just one example of what happens to our entire food supply chain. So this is just one of the many reasons why we are not meeting our daily micronutrient requirements. So again, even if you eat really well, you still might not be getting the proper nutrition. And next slide, please. So luckily, our body really does have an amazing capacity to thrive when you give it what it needs. Within these last 12 years that Dr. Josie and Arin and myself have been supporting others with their health and their well-being, without fail, and we've all experienced this personally, just by adding in proper supplementation into one's diet, it is amazing all of the health issues that begin to right themselves in time. And as Arin said, when I was introduced to doTERRA, I was very ill with Lyme disease. And the reason I am here today is because of what these products have done for my life. And I am now in my 50s. I'm in my early 50s. And I am so much healthier than I was when I was 40. I'm 52 now, and I can do things now 12 years later that I was not able to do when I was in my 40s. So this is why we're here today, is that we have exciting information to share. We have an amazing new product to share with you, a whole line of new products that you're going to love. And so it is my pleasure to hand the presentation over to our beloved Dr. Josie. who is so full of wisdom and experience, and she's going to get into the good stuff of our presentation. So take it away, Jess.
Thank you, Aisha. All right, everyone, let's talk some solutions, right? So let's go. I know this is like the remote situation. I don't get to control the slides moving. It's hard. It's hard for the control freak people, but I'm working with. So I just had to say that.
You can just wiggle your nose at me.
I'm going to go like this. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Somebody said, love your glasses. I know they're new. Thank you. I like them too. So everyone, let's get into it. So doTERRA has a two product system now, because the second product system is just brand new and launching, and we're very excited about it. But I love how this is being framed, that we have one product system about nutrition and digestion at the base, and a second one that is now about movement and metabolism. And by just taking 2 minutes in the morning and that 2 minutes in the night, you can make a huge impact on your health, your energy, your mental clarity, which I'm very excited about, and your weight management. I'm excited about all of it. By bringing these two together, I was talking about this right when we were keying up, getting ready for the recording, about what I was most excited about this new launch of the movement and metabolism system is that there's so much layering of ingredients that are working together. I love that idea of synergy. And I've always taught that about our baseline of nutrition and digestion with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So let's move into that. We're going to do a quick review because I know there's some people here, and it wouldn't be a good doTERRA and Visionary Leader webinar if we didn't hit home over the head a little bit about the LLV, which we like to call the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's short for LLV. And why do we do this? Because it's so darn important. It is the base. It is the foundation. It is 3 supplements, a Microplex VMz. The V stands for vitamins and the M stands for minerals. It's the Alpha CRS, a cellular longevity and energy blend. This is like taking a fire hose to all the inflammation in your body. And the EO Omega, it's an essential fatty acid, carotenoid, and essential oil blend. And when you bring all 3 of these together, as I've always said, this is where you start to feel the symphony of your body coming into balance and being able to start eliminating all the different issues that have been accumulating. So let's break this down a little bit. Why is it so awesome? Well, I've always said that you're not what you eat. As our grandparents have said, you're actually what you absorb. And absorption is the key. And there's 3, if I'm going to break it down. Oh, look at that. That's so great. I like that. I don't know how we did that. If we're going to break it down, there's really 3 reasons why the LLV is so amazing at the absorption and getting all of these nutrients into the cells and having our bodies being able to identify it as food and really use it, because that's not the case with most synthetic isolated vitamins. One is that we have chelated minerals. That's very important for getting a higher absorption rate and getting minerals into where they need to be in the cells in your body. Then the second is that we use substances that are full spectrum. When you think about this with nutrients and even herbs, it is this idea that the substances are provided in their entirety. So we think of whole plants rather than isolated plant extracts, or we think about the whole vitamin form. And so the ratios that come into the body are not affected from what they were in nature. And that is then a signal for our own bodies to be able to identify it more closely as a food and not as an isolated nutrient that's coming in that the body will actually not want to absorb very well. So let's go to the next slide. The third process that makes the Lifelong Vitality Pack so awesome is this thing called the glycoprotein matrix. I know it's a little bit of a mouthful. I think this is kind of like science fiction. It's really neat. It's this patented process that introduces vitamins and minerals into a yeast-based protein matrix, basically like a big goo bath. But it does this so then that these vitamins and minerals are able to be better recognized as food. So what happens is the yeast actually engulfs it kind of in a digestion, almost like a fermentation process. And it is then looked like food to the body, and the body then absorbs it that way. And that's how we're seeing such higher absorption rates and the body utilizing these nutrients, these vitamins and minerals in ways that we don't see in other synthetic supplements. Let's go on. So what are the benefits? Here's some of them. Clinically supported benefits from that whole symphony of getting the chelation, the full spectrum, the glycoprotein matrix. We start to see increased longevity, inflammatory response. It's really helping to dampen down that inflammation, more energy, DNA protection, our immune system being supported, our cardiovascular, bone and joint health increasing, cognitive brain health being better, digestion, with sleep, it's in there. So everything starts to be enhanced when you nourish and fortify the cells at a cellular level. That's what we mean when we say the base. We're nourishing and fortifying at a cellular level. So, and if that wasn't good enough, the LLV actually saves you money. So I love this. I have not seen this before. Someone broke this down. So it's $80 wholesale in a doTERRA wholesale account. The 3-pack of these is $80. And don't even get me started on how incredible that is from the point of view of if you're going to try and replace that in a naturopathic office or online. I don't care where you're going to buy your supplements, and individuals in any kind of way, even in formulations, no one is coming up with this kind of formulation in 3 bottles at this price. You're looking at 10 to 20 bottles and close to minimum $300 to even start to come close to what is in these 3 bottles. But look at this. They broke it down as to the food you would have to buy. So not even like supplements to supplements, but if you were for a month, so that's what's in the bottles, to buy the food that would have the equivalent nutrient values, you'd be looking at $1,300. And I sort of looked at that and I said, that's amazing. But food is food. And then we have our supplements. Even if let's say we're going to say real food, fresh food is more fresh and better for some reason, and this is only half as good, it would still be $650 to $80, even if it was only half as good as like doing your best diet all the time and going out and buying the food. And you know what the problem with that is? We all want to try that. The idea is that doTERRA knows, as Aisha pointed out, that any of our best diets in today's world are nutrient deficient because of what we talked about. The nutrients just aren't there. And you know what is there? Is a lot of toxicity on top of a lack of nutrient from our soil, from how we've bred so much of our seeds, where we've gotten to, even leaving out GMO, where we've gotten to today. We just don't have the nutrient density in the best of our foods, even in organic food. And so doTERRA is created the LLV to fill these gaps. The idea is do your best. Eat a very good organic diet as part of that foundation, and the LLV to fill these nutrient gaps. Okay, we'll do a little bit of each of them, but I'll keep it brief. So the alpha CRS, remember how I said this is like taking a fire hose to your inflammation? I love this. This is your cellular vitality complex. Let's go to the next slide. It is 19 different ingredients, y'all. And it is such a powerhouse. It is their incredible antioxidants working against the free radicals that are coming in. So much of the toxicity in our world today is about free radicals. I won't go into the science of how that works, but it's an oxidation reaction in our bodies. And it's kind of, if you think about dominoes, it's what triggers then bad things to happen cellularly in our body, and then these bad things build up into more bad things, right? I'm not going to name names, but when we add in these antioxidants, we are able to stop the domino effect, and we are able to keep ourselves at a healthier level. So we're supporting our cells and our DNA function, having incredible support for the mitochondria. We're going to learn about how the new line is doing even more support. It's food. Both of these are like food for the mitochondria. You're going to say, what is that? What is the mitochondria? It's the battery. It's the energy center of the cell. So if you think about like, just like we all have made up of cells. Inside of each of our cells is a battery. It's called a mitochondria. And as we age, the mitochondria it gets a little bit less effective, and it starts losing some of its vital food. And we're going to learn about that, I think, with Arin, with the new process. And so we need to feed it. One of the things are some of the antioxidants in the alpha CRS that help feed it. All right, and we're going to go on. Don't get me started. Supporting all these things. Look at what's in here. Take in, when I go to my friends, my other naturopathic offices, almost all of these ingredients: resveratrol, green tea, milk thistle, turmeric, boswellia, which is frankincense, scutellarias, bicolin, pine bark. These are all singles. They sell bottles of these as singles, and each of them are between $20 to $50 on the shelf. And I mean, you get boswellia, it's going to be more. Some of these, resveratrol, very expensive. Turmeric, expensive. Pine bark extract, they're expensive. These are not inexpensive ingredients. And to have them all collectively and synergized together is the magic of this product. All right, let's move on. So the second one is XE Omega. This is a blend of plant and marine omega sources. I love that. It's not just a fish oil. Let's go to the next one. But it's a whole complex, and they're not just the land and the fish oils. And so in the regular, we have a regular and we have a vegan version of the whole LLV. And it comes, in the omega oils, that definitely becomes apparent, because you have fish oil and you have ahi flour, which is the plant version of the omega oils, together in the regular. And in the vegan version, you have flax oil and Inca Ichi. And so and then you have other ones. And so look at all of the things that people have heard about fish oil, but suffice to say, for your cardiovascular and your brains and your joints, you need fish oils, which are really or omega oils as you are aging. It is just the wide range of how these support us in our body, in our brain development, our immune function, heart and circulation, joint, muscle activity, everything. It's like everything and everywhere. Let's go to the next one. And so I said, it's not just this marine and plant omega oils. What we also see is that we have vitamin D and vitamin E. We have a full 800 IU of D and 60 IU of E. And then there's this beautiful blend of essential oils. The essential oils are here as a cardiovascular blend for us, but also a side benefit is that the essential oils are a natural preservative. And so one of the things that is the hardest about omega oils and fish oils is that they go rancid very quickly. And so our essential oil blend in here really helps those omega oils from going rancid. And you can see the clove, thyme, wild orange, ginger, chamomile, frankincense, cumin, peppermint. What a blend. I need to do a shout out down here to the carotenoids. This is the stuff for our eye health. All right. Our zeaxanthin, lycopene, lutein, a lot of these things comes from like the tomatoes and some of the red and orange fruits and vegetables. But astaxanthin, that's that microalgae that the krill eat, and the krill oil was a big deal. And it was so much more powerful as an antioxidant than just regular old fish oils. Well, guess what? The reason was because of the astaxanthin, and we have that in here too. All right. Here's the Vega Omega. I discussed that a little bit. So no, I actually alternate. I like every other month I order the regular and the vegan, because I just like to have my body have a little bit different forms. So that's something I do. And then the Microplex, right? So here's that baseline of the vitamins and mineral complexes, giving your bodies these essential vitamin and minerals. And let's go on. It is, here we go. it's really that foundation, right? Providing 22 essential vitamins and minerals, supporting all of our cells and our growths, functions. We're getting all of the things like A, C, E, zinc, all the B vitamins. The B vitamin forms are wonderful. Those are coming from that glycoprotein matrix, and so highly absorbable. Let's see. Oh yeah, includes a patented glycoprotein.
If you can really quick.
Yeah.
People were asking why the yeast, what does the yeast do? If you have time to.
What does it do, or is it bad for you if you have yeast problem?
Is it the same as the yeast we use when we make bread? Is it something different?
So it's Saccharomyces cerevisiae. It's brewer's yeast. So it's the yeast that vegans and vegetarians are told to take in because it's very high in B vitamins. And so it's not considered a yeast that is problematic for a microbiome that is disordered or someone who has a yeast overgrowth. It's not. And as an aside, one thing I can say, because people will see on the label that it says that this product contains gluten, and it doesn't. It's a labeling law that comes. I love California and all the strict things, but it comes from there, and it has to do with the fact that in that medium that they grow it in, there is some initial forms with some of the nutrients that are gluten containing, but through the process with the fermentation and that the whole process, there is no gluten at the end of it. And they completely test it from third-party labs that say this is absolutely gluten-free. But because there is that beginning process, they have to label it as such. And we have many people who are, including myself, who are gluten-free, who take this very successfully. All right, that's the end. I don't know if I wanted to end on that, but I want to hand this over to you, Arin, because we are so excited. Just want to say, it was kind of like, please don't forget about the LLV when you're in your excitement with the new products. They're so exciting, but they're really meant to layer with each other.
Thank you, Dr. Josie. It's so true. I mean, what I was saying at the beginning of this presentation is about my own health transformation and things like I used to have stomach aches every night. I could barely walk a city block. I had rashes all over my body. I've eradicated those issues and really dealt with some of my mental wellness dysfunction because of the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So this is in no way a ditch the Lifelong Vitality Pack. What we would like to invite you to do is, if you haven't started it, start it now, so that when you get these new products come September 15th, or maybe you're waiting till October 1st, your body's going to have that base nutrition. So you're ready to rock and roll. So
you will do so much better with the new products if you already have this base level.
Yes. And you can keep layering that. I mean, you can get your diet better. You can drink more water. We keep moving together. That's part of what we believe in this community. And we invite you to come and be on our podcast every week and listen to our webinars, because this is a stair-stepping process, but the foundation is the Lifelong Vitality Pack with some essential oils. And we just want to make sure you know that. So let's rock and roll and get into the new products. Who is excited to learn about these? Dun, 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 dun. So doTERRA is launching a cutting edge system to optimize your metabolic health. I'm going to go over everything that you see pictured here. It's called MetaPWR. But first, I guess that is what I'm doing. I thought I had a different slide. That threw me off. So first, let's go into some testimonies. So there's 200 people that are test subjects at doTERRA who got the products. They've had them for about 90 days. And this is McKay. She is 50 years old, and she says, I work really hard to show up with positivity, energy, and fun. But with MetaPWR, it's not work anymore. I show up big. It's like my 20-year-old self is back. I was also struggling with massive brain fog, stubborn weight in my middle, and an underlying tiredness. I racked it up as menopause. Well, menopause, schmenopause. My mind is clear. I've had a drastic inflammation loss, and I have so much more energy. And as you can see from her picture, she did lose some inches. Something I want to point out here, I find it's interesting. A lot of the pictures I have seen of people showing us the weight loss they're experiencing, it's more than just weight loss. Do you see how her stomach kind of just looks like it sucked in or something? I think that has to do with the collagen as well as the mulberry. So it's something more, and I'm excited to go to convention because they're going to present the science. We're going to get to geek out with Dr. Osgathorpe and the people who created this product. But look at McKay. It is so cool what she's been able to create with these products. Then we have Michelle Cannon. What's amazing about Michelle's picture is this is only 30 days. So Michelle says, MetaPWR has given me encouragement to push myself, knowing that with better life choices, Meta was only going to make my experience better. I have more energy, better sleep, no afternoon crash, and I'm feeling physically strong. I work out, I make good food choices, I drink Meta. That is the key. So what I know of Michelle is she is a mom of 4. She has struggled with pelvic floor dysfunction, which stopped her from being able to run and work out. I know what that's like. And she has really been trying to lose a few extra of those mom pounds. And so she's so excited. And this is just from the collagen. So imagine what's going to happen when she adds in these other products. So let's just kind of remind ourselves, what is this metabolic health? Aisha talked about some scary statistics. I can't believe that so many Americans are dealing with these blood sugar issues. So that's one level of metabolic health. But some of the latest research from Harvard and other organizations like it show metabolic health and biological age as inseparable. So what is this concept of biological age? So if you think of your chronological age, for me, I'm 45. But what's my biological age? I know that if I talk about my joints in my hands, I feel like I'm 80. So the thing is, metabolic health and biological health are inseparable. To say, if you can balance your blood sugars, get a control of your metabolic health, you are going to be able to reduce your biological age. And that's what's going to make us live better for longer. So let's break it down. What do we have in here? Well, first of all, this might look familiar. Can anybody guess what product this is? We've had it for a long time. It just has a new name. If you guessed Slim and Sassy, or in other markets, it's called Smart and Sassy. So we never liked the name. Slim and Sassy just didn't do it because it's so much more than a weight loss blend. This is an essential oil blended of grapefruit, cinnamon, peppermint, lemon, and you take it internally. You can smell it, you can apply it topically. And doTERRA now has it in our favorite 15 milliliter option. So you put that under your tongue or in your water, but they've put it in beadlets, which is going to make it so easy to take throughout the day in the way that Dr. Josie teaches us with those small, frequent daily doses. You can pop a beadlet. It's about less than half of a drop throughout the day. You can take up to 25 drops of this a day. Now you're going to start slower, but you can take all the way up to that. And it's going to help to inhibit fat cell maturation. What does that mean? It means that your fat cells are actually going to disintegrate. They're not going to be stored like maybe they would without Slim and Sassy. It curbs cravings. So if I want a cookie or a piece of chocolate, I can put it under my tongue. I can chew the gum. It comes with a gum. Or I can pop a beadlet. And then we have the soft gels, and the soft gels have, I think it's about 5 drops of Slim and Sassy in there. So you can take up to 5 a day. You can take that with meals or before meals. For my husband, he was really struggling with seasonal allergies, so sneezing and watery eyes. And we tried the regular lavender solution and it didn't work. So we started him on Slim and Sassy capsules, and he had kind of a cleansing effect of his gut after about 7 days. And then his seasonal allergies got so much better. So Slim and Sassy can do a lot more. And it's going to support your metabolic health. So it's going to help with that metabolic balance. Aisha, would you mind telling us quickly your Slim and Sassy story?
Oh, absolutely. I am here because of this oil. And I have to share that Dr. Josie and I made a recommendation about 10 years ago to Rob Young to change the name. So we're really excited to see that finally that is happening. When I first tried Slim and Sassy, I actually was very ill. I had Lyme disease. I had bad insomnia for 3 years. I had horrible brain fog. I had sugar cravings. I was actually overgrown with candida. I mean, I had all the things. I was suffering from pretty severe depression and anxiety. And Arin suggested I take Slim and Sassy. I was actually afraid to take an oil under my tongue. I was very new to oils. So I started taking it under my tongue for no reason, with no expectation. And literally, like, this is what blew my mind, is that within 3 days, I actually started to sleep. And that for me was a miracle, because if you've had insomnia for 3 years of no sleeping, I was a mess. And I was trying everything naturally to sleep and nothing was really working. So I started sleeping. My brain fog cleared. My sugar craving stopped. So that cookie that was in front of me, I just didn't want it. My gut health started to heal. At the time, I also had really bad menstrual cramps. When I would have my cycle, my menstrual cramps were greatly reduced and my energy improved. And this is one of the key oils that really helped begin my healing journey with Lyme disease. And there were a lot of other things I did. The LLB was also a huge component of it. But within a year, I actually went into remission, and I've been in remission now for about 10 years. So yeah, this is my desert island oil. Like, if I have one oil in my purse, it has been Slim and Sassy. It will now be MetaPWR. If I could only have one oil from doTERRA, as much as I love the smell of so many of them, it would be this oil.
Yes, recently Aisha stocked up on it because they're changing the name. So for a moment we thought that it was going away or something, and she got a bunch of bottles because you cannot be without that oil. So the formula is basically the same. It's the same essential oils, but I love what doTERRA does. They're a science-based company, so they decided to look at the ratios and make sure that it's the best it can be. And they found that some of the amounts of oil needed to be slightly tweaked. People are saying it's a slightly better smell, slightly better taste, and it's just going to be more of what we love Slim and Sassy to be. So again, the dose here is you want to start out slow. That's why I love the beadlets, because they're less than half a drop. Start taking them, see how you feel, but you can work up to as much as 25 drops of MetaPWR a day. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this is the Metabolic Assist. This is a pill that you take with meals, and it is going to decrease those post-meal glucose spikes. If you remember, I was talking about that balanced blood sugar is key to metabolic health, which is key to reducing your biological age. There's actually been studies that show if you can have your blood sugar more balanced, you will live longer. So these support a healthy insulin sensitivity, they support healthy blood sugar responses, and they stabilize your energy levels throughout the day. I don't know all the ingredients. You have to come to the doTERRA convention, either in person or on the internet, so that you can hear the science and learn about all the ingredients. But there are 2 powerhouse ingredients in here. One is mulberry and one is berberine. So mulberry is great for your skin. It's also good at balancing your blood sugar. The berberine is really great at balancing your blood sugar. This is actually a constituent from herbs such as Oregon grapefruit. And berberine has been shown to lower blood sugar, cause weight loss, and improve heart health. What I think is really important to note here is if you need to use or are using the pharmaceutical drug metformin, berberine has been shown to be a good natural substitute. So this is going to be fabulous for all of us. We all need our glucose levels to stop spiking. And now we have this natural herbal supplement that we can take to help us with that. And then this is Advantage. So this is the new collagen powder. And it's a special collagen. I'm going to tell you why it's so special, but this is not your normal collagen. I know that a lot of us take collagen. Maybe you have a favorite brand, but I'm telling you, you don't have collagen like this collagen. So this product can promote healthy biological aging, and it improves your health span. So health span is different than lifespan. Lifespan is how long you live. Health span is how well you live for long. It activates longevity genes. So who wants to live longer better? It improves cognitive function. That's why people are saying their brain fog is gone. It supports lean muscle and connective tissue. I'm hearing of athletes who like to work out, but maybe they weren't seeing results. They can now see their biceps, their abs are coming through, and it improves skin elasticity and firmness. If you start taking this product, please take a picture of your skin, like your face, your arms, your stomach, your thighs, in the same lighting, in the same position, because people are seeing a difference within 3 days of taking this, having skin that's more supple and glowing and kind of some of the loose skin reducing. So let's talk about why this collagen is so special. First of all, it's marine collagen, and marine collagen is the best. It's the most absorbable for our body. We want marine collagen. Most collagen products only have a couple of strains of collagen. This one has 9. So tons of sources of collagen. Then there is something in here called NMN. Does anybody know what that is? I did not know what it was. I don't think Dr. Josie knew a lot about it either, right? So we heard that this was coming out. We started to research it, started listening to podcasts, and NMN is so cool. It is a naturally derived yeast. So here's the whole yeast thing again, right? That is a precursor for NAD+. Does anybody know what NAD+ is? I didn't know what NAD+ is, but guess what? If we don't have NAD+ in our body, it's naturally occurring in our body. If we don't have it, we die. Plain and simple. And when you're 20 years old, you start to lose your levels of NAD+. By the time you're 50, you have lost 50% of your levels of NAD+. Now, sure, you can get it from things like exercise and good diet, but as we age, part of why we're aging is our body is not producing it anymore. NMN is a naturally derived yeast product that is the precursor, meaning it encourages the production of NAD+ in our body. And NMN is being studied. You can go to PubMed and look about it. And doTERRA has found the best way to make it the most absorbable into our body, because that's one of the problems with it, is it's not always that absorbable. So they're going to talk about it at convention. There's all kinds of things that have to do with like algae, and I don't even know, but they have put it into this collagen in a special way so that it gets into our body and we can have those anti-aging elements come forth. So I'm really excited about this. I see a lot of people saying, well, first, before I tell you how you can get it, Dr. Josie, is there anything you'd like to add about NMN or any of these ingredients?
Yeah, people are like asking, like, what is it? What are things? And you're not going to get too satisfied searching down that road. I can tell you. So I had to write it down because even my brain did not want to remember this. So in a sense, yeah, they're derived. They're kind of in the B vitamin yeast family. They're all nicotinamides. They call them coenzymes. NAD stands for nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. That make you feel better? I'll know. Like now you know. And NMN is nicotinamide mononucleotide, and NR, which is another downstream variation, is nicotinamide riboside. So both NMN and NR are downstream in the metabolism to NAD. NAD is a huge MOFO molecule that I just know of it as naturopaths do IV therapy with it for basically Alzheimer's and dementia. It's for extreme cognitive, because it's expensive. And so you'd use it for like cognitive dysfunctions. And that's really how I knew of NAD. And the whole nutraceutical world and science world has been doing research about, can we find a derivative downstream from NAD that is a smaller and available from oral administration, so taking it oral. And so there's been lots of studies on the NR and then the NMN, because they didn't know if these were safe and if you could, if they're absorbable from oral administration. And it's really new, like within 2022, this is what I love. The research is coming out that it's like this horse race, that NMN is the best form. It's better than the NR. And so there's not a lot of supplement companies that have this out there. I've been looking in the doctor lines, and some of the ones, and when it is out there, it's very expensive. I don't know. Do people want to geek out for a second? Here's something that I loved, that I found out was like this very 2022 paper showing that NMN is the best form that is being converted into NAD in our bodies. What the paper showed is that the reason it's getting converted is because of our microbiome, our healthy gut bugs. So that's part of this. Why did I say we need to layer and have the foundation? We need to have healthy metabolic systems, and we need to have a healthy gut and healthy gut bugs, because they are the actual thing that is helping convert the NMN to NAD where it's actually used. In the study, they did mice and they wanted to find out that, and the way they proved it was they knocked out half of the mice's microbiome, and the other half of the mice, they had it, and they were the ones that had the intact microbiome were the only ones that could convert to NAD and have the results. Guess what they did in the study to knock out the microbiome of the mice? They gave them antibiotics. Yeah.
That's curious.
I thought that was great. It's like they were just like, yeah, we got to kill off the entire microbiome. We give them antibiotics, of course.
That's great. So, everybody, I know that you have a ton of questions. We still have questions. We literally are just learning about this, and we are dedicated at Visionary Leaders to bringing you the best education. So just know, if you tune into us, you follow the podcast, there is going to be more and more about this. Some people are asking, when do you take it? I'm hearing you definitely have to take it in the morning because it gives you an energy boost. If you take it later in the day, it might be too much energy. It should be first thing with your water before you eat your food. And we're going to hear more about it, but I'm sure there's going to be some clarification about when you take it. And I wanted to give you a list of some of the results that you can expect from the whole MetaPWR collection, so that you can kind of start to set your sights on what some of your goals are. So balanced metabolism, balanced blood sugar, better sleep, reducing aches and pains. It's going to improve your skin, improve brain function, balance out weight, and you're going to get stronger nails and healthy hair growth. Now, there are two things that you can go and search out about studies. I have to be careful how I say this, so I want you to use code words, or I'll put it in the chat. But if you go look up NMN, NAD+, and some brain cognition issues that you can get as you grow older, you're going to be really excited. And then if you look at NMN, NAD+, and cellular health dysfunction, so think about that cellular health dysfunction we get, you're going to also be super excited. Now,
Arin, there's also really good studies with them and aging joint discomfort issues.
I could just show you guys.
That's a big thing.
I'm hoping it's going to help with that.
I'm gonna chime in, because this part of my thumb, probably from my phone, has literally had chronic pain for probably the last 5 years or so. And I've been sampling this new product, and literally just like yesterday, I was like, oh, wow, I think the pain is almost gone. Like one of those moments where you're like, is it really gone? Am I making it up? Is it going to come back? But it is significantly better. So I'm really excited about that.
Thanks, Aisha. So we have one more testimony. It comes from Kayla Monson. She's a Blue Diamond and a US Founder 2.0. She is also a Visionary Leaders community member, and she wanted to be on the webinar, but she couldn't. So she made us this video. Maybe. Well, darn it. I don't think I'm going to get to play it.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kayla Monson. And I am a North American wellness founder. So all of the founders at doTERRA were able to try the MetaPWR Advantage before it launches. So I've been taking the collagen powder drink mix for about 12 days now, and I just want to share with you my experience. So it's still very new, but what I can say so far is that I notice a lot more energy. I have way less brain fog, and I am so much more motivated. Like, I can't wait to get things done. I am checking things off my list. I am focused. And one of the biggest things I've noticed is that my mood, I just feel more uplifted and energized. And it's almost a joyful feeling that you can't really explain, but it feels really nice. Also, I sleep better. I'm a pretty good sleeper anyways, but this is a level of deep sleep that I can't even quantify. It's just a lot better. And I feel like I need a little bit less sleep too, which is something that has never been the case for me ever. So far I am loving it. It tastes great. And I am one of the pickiest people on this planet when it comes to taste, but I am so far just really loving the clarity and energy that I'm receiving.
Yay, thanks, Kayla. So, you know, you might see a lot of pictures that show weight loss, and I just want us to all remember that weight loss is one of the things that can happen with this product, but we're hearing testimonies like Kayla's so much as well. So that brain fog, that energy, that better sleep, all of it together is just going to help our health picture. So who wants to know how to get the products? We probably have made you really excited by now. Let's first review 3 key takeaways from this presentation are, first of all, your nutrition and metabolism are connected. So take a look at what you're eating, start your lifelong vitality pack so you can get your body ready to have balanced metabolism. We have so many nutritional deficiencies and metabolic imbalances in almost every person in the United States. So this is a mission. This is a really big calling for doTERRA to make a huge impact on the health of so many Americans and people across the world. There are safe, effective, and affordable solutions that you can use in your daily routine, and it only takes a few minutes. So the MetaPWR, you can't buy it today. You're not going to be able to go to the website and buy it, but what you can do today is you can get started on the lifelong vitality pack. We recommend that you consider the Healthy Habits Enrollment Kit. It will give you the lifelong vitality pack, a bottle of digestive enzymes, a bottle of probiotics. That's going to help you get your gut ready and your whole system nourished. You'll have a tube of Deep Blue, which is great for aches and pains. I rub it on my shoulders, my lower back, on my fingers. And then you get a couple of essential oils because we are an essential oil company and we love our oils. You'll have On Guard, our immunity blend, tangerine, citrus oil you can put in your water, lavender, you use that for stress or for sleep, frankincense, we use it for everything, and Balance Blend, which is a grounding blend. So once you purchase this kit, you're going to have a wholesale account with doTERRA and you will be ready to take advantage of the new products. You can join us and be the first to try. So you'll notice that there's a few products on this picture that are blacked out. What that means is at our annual convention this year, they're going to launch new products. And so if you purchase a ticket to convention, either you can come to Salt Lake City with us, or you can do it on your computer. You will be able to buy the convention kit, which will give you the MetaPWR collection suite, plus what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other products. So that's going to let you have access to these products on September 15th, the fastest. You would just go to heal.doTERRA.com, either buy your in-person experience ticket, that's if you want to come to Salt Lake City, or buy your essential virtual ticket. Both options give you the ability to buy 2 convention kits, which technically would be a 60-day supply of MetaPWR, or if you have 2 people in your house, you both could take it. So I've got my husband in my house. He's not going to let me go to convention without bringing him back some MetaPWR. So I will be buying the 2 kits. Plus, our team has a party there. So if you're on the Visionary Leaders team and you come to Utah, please come to our team party and play with us. I wanted to let you know that if you go to our website, hellovisionary.life, you're going to find some tools there. One, we have a testimony Facebook group coming soon. So this is going to be a Facebook group that you can join, you can add your friends to, where we will post testimonies as they come in, so we can see everything that's happening for people with the MetaPWR. We have our weekly wellness podcast called the Visionary Leaders Podcast. We have 10+ years archive of webinars there if you want to go learn about all the different health subjects we've covered. You can sign up for our text alerts and our weekly newsletter. And if you'd like to start a doTERRA business, earn income by sharing these products with friends, we have training videos for you there. We have one other offering. Now this is for visionary leaders, so people on the Visionary Leaders team. We are going to do a pre-study. What this means is those of us getting the product on September 15th, we are going to take before and after pictures, measurements, we're going to get our blood panel done, and we're going to just talk and support each other in a Facebook group while we take the products and we figure out what's working, what's not working, and we come up with our visionary leader protocols that we will unveil to you in January when we do our annual cleanse. So I have a QR code for that. You can snap a picture if you want to join that Facebook group, or search VL MetaPWR in Facebook groups, and it will be there. So that is the end of our presentation. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Aisha and Josie. Any closing words before we log off? We can check some questions.
I know we're looking at the chat.
Oh,
you know, I wanted to say that $35 virtual ticket, if people cannot able to come, it's wonderful. It's curated content, so you get the launch of the MetaPWR and all of the science and everything, and they really are going to teach us a lot about it, all the things we don't know yet, and then a few other hours of curated material. So it's a wonderful kind of encapsulation of the whole many days of convention. If you have a busy life and you just want to have a little bit of kind of, hey, I want to still keep my toe dipped in.
We have a couple of questions. We can hang out. Rebecca's saying, how do you take this? How much is in a box? How much do you take today? I think it's a 30-day supply of the collagen. I'm not sure about the Assist. And then the old Slim and Sassy renamed MetaPWR is the same dosage. So we're going to have to get the products to find out. Dr. Priya says, I mentioned that collagen is from marine form. Is that fish? I always thought most non-vegan collagen was from bone. Yes, marine collagen is from fish. And I do think they have some other maybe seaweed-based collagens in there. We don't have the full ingredient list. Kind of what we told you, we leaked. I don't even know if we were supposed to. So we're going to learn at convention. Roser says, I've never had an issue before, but I'm having a UTI and changed one of our cooking pans, maybe iron-based. So I need to keep an eye in all. Okay, yes. Yes, cookware is important.
If you do, Dawn is asking, if you do the virtual convention, you get early access to the products. Question, is there a special price? No, you just get early access to the products. The special price is the kit. It's really a reduced, you get all those. How many, you said it was 9 products plus the whole suite of all of that. So that's like 4, 5, 6 plus 9, something like 15 or 16 products it's $150. And $180, I think, and 150 point value. So that's a screaming deal. The convention kits are always at reduced price for the totality of, the individual, of the regulars off of
So
wholesale.
you are getting the products at the best price when you get the
Yes.
convention kit, but you're also getting all these other products. Then the MetaPWR kit will be available October 1st on your back office, and it will be $180. And then November, you will be able to purchase the individual MetaPWR products through your back office. So if you want it by September 15th, get your convention ticket. Otherwise, you can wait till October 1st to get the kit. And if you just want to buy one of the products, you have to wait till November.
But if you want to join us in our pre-study program and really be part of it, we're going to be doing it for 90 days and having a great time. I definitely encourage you to get the convention and get the kit now with us.
Do it with us. Yes. So somebody wanted the QR code for the group. So you just take a picture of this, or if you go to Facebook, you can search VL MetaPWR. And it's going to be a casual group where we're all trying this for the first time too. So we'll be doing it together. And it's mostly going to be fun to hear, oh, this is what happened, or look at my 30-day before and after pictures. We'll also be able to learn all those tricks, like what not to do, when to take it, when not to take it. If there's any little tips, like I was reading somewhere that maybe you don't take NMN with caffeine. I have to confirm that, but we'll want to learn about that. People are saying that they don't need their cup of coffee in the morning anymore because it gives them such a great energy boost. So we'll learn about all of that. Okay. Did everybody get that QR code that wanted it? I'm going to close it in 1, 2, 3. Awesome. So we will send the recording out. I know that a lot of people are asking for that. So check your email. If you want to make sure that you're getting emails from us, go to hellovisionary.life and get on our newsletter. And I'm going to go feed my little kids. So thanks, Aisha. Thanks, Josie. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Looking forward to seeing you all soon. Bye-bye.